Hello and welcome back to The World is Storytelling, episode 2 of this amazing journey up the county tops of Ireland. And this time, we're down in County Clare. It's a lovely, crisp winter's day, and we're hiking the fabulous Moylussa with the amazing Sinéad. A funny little postscript to this journey down to Moylussa was that on the way back, instead of 2 hours, it took me about 8.5, because the electric car I was driving, for some reason, maybe because of the cold, maybe because of who knows what, did not want to charge. So this was small margins, slowly shuffling my way back through the freezing nighttime. But it was all worth it for a great hike and a great day. So let's get to it. And before we get there, what do you call an amazing day up a mountain? That's right, a peak experience. A peak experience, yeah. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.
So tell the story, one day it's true. Yeah.
You want to say something?
Like what?
If you can say the Lord's Prayer.
I did not know any of the Lord's Prayers. You were asking the wrong girl here. Didn't I tell you that I was never baptised?
You did not tell me you were never baptised.
So we've basically grown up with the, I think, opposite or very close to opposite religious experiences.
Yeah, well, neither of us were baptised.
Okay, so there's no way, but okay, fair. But I think the difference is, yeah. You're going to edit that part out, right?
Oh, no. That stays right in. I mean, it's always nice to have some sort of connection with your guest, and to realise that neither of us are baptised is a good beginning.
Yeah, great. Okay, what do you want to ask me? Next time we do this, I'm going to interview you. But this time you're interviewing me.
Well, hello, Sinéad.
Hi.
Nice Welcome to the world. Nice to meet you too. Welcome to The World is Storytelling.
Thank you.
Yeah, and welcome back, all the listeners, all millions of you. We have just been up a mountain, hill. What would you call it?
It's a hill. We can't call really anything a mountain in Ireland. Maybe the top few highest peaks, but besides from that, we like to call them mountains, but really they're hills. It's a hill.
But it's the highest hill in Clare.
It is.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful one. I mean, there's an amazing view from it, and even more than that, this is kind of part of your story.
Yeah.
So when you think of Moylussa,
yeah.
Moylussa, what kind of comes to mind?
I suppose it's just the prominence of it in the landscape, and we spoke about that when we were walking. Like, I'm not living, I'm what am I, 15 or 20 minutes from Moylussa. But when I am walking, just like on the roads around here, it's what I see in the distance. So you kind of have this connection with something of prominence that you see every day, or for me, that I see every day. So I walk my son to the bus stop 5 minutes up the road every morning. I check in with that mountain through that, or that hill, every morning, and you watch it like through the seasons, and then also through the different lights, and you build this like affinity with it, It's stunning.
You really do, and what was cool, I mean, the whole experience hiking it up with you was cool, but it felt like there were different elements of you at different levels of it, because at the top we ran into a friend of yours.
Yes. Who I've been up there with a few times.
There you go.
Yeah.
A little bit of the way up you were pointing out, so a place where you were canoeing on the lake, the beautiful Loch Derg below, and a place where you kind of got into a little bit of trouble, and then you're pointing out different spots, and I go down there. You grew up just a bit past that way, and and this was a hike you went on with someone else, and it felt very much that was a landscape that you feel grounded in.
For sure, and I think like the lake is such a big part of this hill as well. Like the lake just has such a prominence in this area, because everywhere I go other than north, I have to drive around the lake, which is also the Shannon, which has its own, history and lore and journey. And I think if you were looking at landscape rather than having this view off the lake, there maybe wouldn't be the same effect when you're climbing that hill. But the lake it's so kind of interconnected as well. You know, like, yes, this hill is grounding and I'm like looking at it every day and really appreciating it. And then there's also the connection to the lake.
One of the ways you said that you enjoy climbing the mountain, you have done it. I'm calling it a mountain. You know, just saying.
Yeah, okay.
For the purposes of advertisements, not advertising. You do singles hikes.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you, what are those like?
What are those like? They're great because it's a great way for people who enjoy getting outdoors and want to meet other singles. It's a great way to meet. And it also means it's trying to offer something that's not evening alcohol focused. Everybody's sober, hopefully, because it's like a Saturday or a Sunday morning. People travel, you know, to come on the walks, and it's just really nourishing because you're walking, you're talking. There's a lot less pressure when you're walking side by side. You can, you know, connect in a way that feels a lot less intensive in comparison to maybe going to a pub where there's a singles evening or something happening. So I think it's really accessible for people to come. And then there's already a commonality. There's already a common ground. There's like the enjoyment of the outdoors. It's not pushy. It's very compassionate. It's very encouraging.
So welcome to our audience right here. We have 2 beautiful cats and 1 beautiful human.
And Keo, don't forget the dog.
Oh, sorry. He's so quiet in there. That is, it feels. Paul, hello. No, you were saying this really nice connection between nature and these events that you do.
Yeah, I think it's just creating a space for people to meet other people who are also into spending time in the outdoors, who are single, and then creating that space for people to meet and also share that joy of getting out into nature. Like, it's just so therapeutic. By the time we get back down the mountain. There
you go, you're calling it a mountain as well now.
I do call it a mountain, but it is a hill. The general consensus that people give is it doesn't actually matter if they meet another single person that they're going to date or not. They've just enjoyed the day so much. And that is then so rewarding for me. You know, we used to always do on our hikes a little mindfulness moment. So normally about, somewhere, you know, around the halfway mark where we just stop and make a circle and just ground and, you know, close down the eyes, ground, take a few breaths, listen to the birds. It's really nice. If we found a little stream to stop beside, then we'd usually do it there. There's such a difference then. The whole energy of the group has changed. People are just a lot more grounded, a lot more centered, a lot quieter, calmer, and really have a new appreciation then for the whole experience and what they're sharing it with, the nature that they're sharing, this shared experience of humanness and nature and this kind of interconnectedness between we are nature. You know, before we were holding singles hikes, we were just holding hikes open to friends and friends of friends. But we did a hike in the Burren, and for people who are maybe not in Ireland or familiar with the Burren is a very unique landscape. There's only one other place in the world where this landscape of limestone rock exists, and it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. But it's a lot of rock underfoot. And we were doing a small hill there, Mullaghmore. And on this hike, a woman who'd been walking regularly with us brought some friends of hers, and the man was in his 70s or 80s. It was by far the oldest person we'd had on the hike, and he said, look, my level of fitness isn't so good. He was French, so he's also not speaking English. I do speak French, so so he said, my level of fitness isn't so good, I might turn around halfways. And we got to a certain point, it was less than halfways, and he was really struggling. And instead of splitting the group and the other leader would have had to go back with him, we said, look, let's just take our break now. And I suppose we just adjusted the whole pace of the group and the kind of schedule for the day around supporting this person to continue with us as a group. And when we got back at the end of that hike, it just felt like such an achievement. And it felt like a community effort, but just very subtle. You know, it was like these subtle encouragements and taking the pace a little bit slower and stopping. We didn't really say anything to anybody like, oh, we're stopping early now. We just kind of were like, yeah, let's just stop now. And taking more breaks along the way. But it was just amazing to be able to support that human in being part of this collective shared experience, in doing, he felt amazing. He was delighted with himself that he'd managed to complete the whole thing. So yeah, that was really beautiful. I'm celebrating that. You're just going to have to edit out the start now because we've gone over time.
That's okay. But before we finish off, there's one more question I want to ask you.
Okay, go.
You one thing that's just sticking in my mind was that you were describing a Christmas dinner that you had, which was fried rice on a beach.
Yes, I did have fried rice on the beach.
which is a wonderful Christmas dinner. I think we'd all agree. But when you think of your favourite meal ever, what's the first thing that comes into mind?
Oh my God. I'm just going to have to say fried rice on the beach. I did have a really beautiful picnic last year. I really, really loved that actually. It was a picnic at the base of Moylussa and that was super amazing.
What was amazing about it?
So I just turned up. I brought nothing other than myself and I had like a whole picnic hosted, which in itself was a treat. And I just love like the thoughtfulness behind it. And there was wine, which is always a winner, which in Ireland is like actually really socially unacceptable to be having wine at lunchtime with a picnic. But I was just home from Portugal at the time, so I was really into like European buzz and I was like, I can totally do this and have a glass of wine at my lunch. In Europe, people wouldn't even look at you twice if you were having wine with your lunch. In Ireland, we don't drink in that way. You know, you're only allowed to drink after dark and then you can drink to like excess until the early hours in the morning. Until all the alcohol's gone. So yeah.
And I presume the weather was slightly better than today.
The weather was slightly better than today.
Today was very good.
It was stunning, but I mean, it was cold. Yeah, no, it was a bit warmer.
You would have wanted to sit with a glass of wine by the lake today. Thank you, Sinead.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Some say the old ruins in the sand tell us every story will come to an end. But my dear, we can live what we tell. We are storytelling animals.